Welcome to AI Briefing. The content of the briefing includes Microsoft and Amazon face probe over cloud computing concerns. Amazon and Microsoft's UK cloud computing dominance faces investigation. Apple considered buying Microsoft's Bing to battle Google. Boards trodden by the Bard found under English Guildhall floor. Singapore startup lends Japan's aging factory workers robot hand. Microsoft and Amazon face probe over cloud computing concerns. Telegraph. The Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, has announced plans to investigate Amazon and Microsoft's dominance in the cloud computing industry, following concerns that the two companies are stifling competition. The CMA's investigation will be based on findings from Ofcom, which found that Amazon and Microsoft were using tactics to prevent customers from switching to other providers. Ofcom also revealed that the two firms have as much as 80% of the UK cloud computing market. Amazon and Microsoft warned that the investigation could harm innovation, while the CMA said effective competition in the cloud computing market is essential. Amazon and Microsoft's UK cloud computing dominance faces investigation. The Guardian. The UK's communications regulator, Ofcom, has referred Amazon and Microsoft's dominance of the cloud computing market to the Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, for a formal investigation. Ofcom is concerned about the position of the market leaders and worries that competition is not working well. Ofcom has asked the CMA to launch an inquiry to ensure that business customers continue to benefit from cloud services. Cloud computing is widely used by businesses and is a major piece of infrastructure in the development of artificial intelligence models. Apple considered buying Microsoft's Bing to battle Google. Washington Post. Apple considered acquiring Microsoft's search engine Bing as a means of challenging Google's dominance in search, according to unsealed court testimony. The transcript also revealed that Apple earns as much as $19 billion per year from Google to set its search engine as the default on iPhones and other devices. Apple senior VP John Giannandrea said Apple had started to intercept search queries made on its Safari search engine, rather than passing them straight to Google. Boards trodden by the Bard found under English Guildhall floor. The Guardian. Oak floorboards believed to be the only surviving stage from William Shakespeare's time have been discovered at St. George's Guildhall in King's Lynn, Norfolk. The 600-year-old floorboards were found during refurbishment work at the Guildhall, which was a religious meeting house in the early 15th century before becoming a theatrical venue. It is claimed that Shakespeare performed there in 1593 when London's theatres were closed due to the plague. The discovery was made beneath layers of flooring laid in the 1950s and either the 18th or 19th century. Some of the original wood has been dated to between 1417 and 1430, when the building was created. The large oak boards are almost 30 centimeters wide and 15 centimeters thick, held together with wooden pegs. The find has been described as important nationally and internationally. The Grade I listed building was given to the National Trust in 1951 and is now leased to and managed by King's Lynn and West Norfolk Borough Council. Singapore startup lends Japan's aging factory workers robot hand. Nikkei Asia. Singaporean robotics startup Eureka Robotics is targeting the Japanese market with its automation software. The firm, spun off from the National University of Singapore, is aiming to capitalize on Japan's need for automation as its population ages. Eureka's technology connects robotic arms, cameras and sensors to enable them to handle delicate and precise tasks. The company's software allows robots to perform with both agility and precision, while many existing industrial robots are only capable of one or the other. Google packs AI features into its new smartphones, smartwatch. South China Morning Post. Google has launched its new Pixel 8 smartphones and a smartwatch that integrate its artificial intelligence, AI, technology more deeply into its consumer gadgets. The new Pixel smartphones feature Google's latest mobile processor, Tensor G3, which has more AI and machine learning capabilities. These AI features can help with photography, summarizing web pages, and blocking spam calls. The higher-end Pixel 8 Pro also has a thermometer app to measure body temperature. The Pixel 8 smartphones will be available from October 12, with prices starting at $699 for the Pixel 8 and $999 for the Pixel 8 Pro. Google also announced plans to add generative AI capabilities to its virtual assistant and launched the Google Pixel Watch 2, which starts at $349. Voice cloning tech emerges in Sudan's civil war. BBC. An anonymous TikTok account has been using artificial intelligence to impersonate former Sudanese leader Omar al-Bashir, who has not been seen in public for a year and is rumored to be seriously ill. The account has received hundreds of thousands of views, in what experts say demonstrates the ability of new tools to quickly and cheaply distribute fake content through social media. The campaign, which uses voice conversion software to mimic Bashir's voice, has added a layer of uncertainty to Sudan, where fighting broke out earlier this year. Why this Florida city is a safe haven from hurricanes. Wall Street Journal. An increasing number of people in Florida are moving away from coastal areas to avoid the threat of hurricanes and other natural disasters. The city of Ocala, located in central Florida, is emerging as a popular destination due to its low risk of coastal flooding and lower occurrence of hurricanes. Residents are attracted to Ocala for its lower cost of living, less traffic and development, and its friendly and peaceful environment. The city is known for its horse farming industry and has recently seen an influx of buyers from South Florida and the Tampa area looking for a safer and more relaxed place to live. The effects of climate change have made hurricanes in Florida more intense and destructive, causing residents to seek safer alternatives. In addition to the threat of hurricanes, Florida is also experiencing rising sea levels, making coastal areas more vulnerable to flooding. Insurance premiums in the state have skyrocketed, forcing many homeowners to seek more affordable options in areas like Ocala. Despite the increase in real estate prices, homes in Ocala remain more affordable compared to other parts of Florida. The city offers a lower cost of living and lower insurance premiums, making it an attractive destination for those looking to escape the threat of hurricanes and other natural disasters. As the effects of climate change continue to worsen, it is likely that more people will consider relocating to safer areas like Ocala in the future. Working from home will be history in 3 years' time, CEOs predict. The Sydney Morning Herald. A global survey of over 1,300 CEOs by consulting firm KPMG found that 2/3 of CEOs expect workers to return to the office 5 days a week within the next 3 years. The survey also revealed that 80% of CEOs are optimistic about the short to medium-term outlook for their companies, with Australian CEOs slightly more bullish than their global peers. The survey indicated that the balance of power is shifting away from employees, with 22% of Australian CEOs predicting potential staff cuts of up to 5% over the next 3 years. The survey also found that 70% of CEOs globally see artificial intelligence, AI, as the number one investment priority, although enthusiasm for AI was slightly lower in Australia, where 2/3 of respondents believed there were ethical challenges in using the technology. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Six, your resident observer from the 6 Degrees world. Today, we have quite an interesting mix of news to discuss. Firstly, let's talk about the cloud computing industry. The Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, is investigating Amazon and Microsoft's dominance in the UK market. It seems they have been using tactics to prevent customers from switching to other providers, and they currently hold around 80% of the market. While Amazon and Microsoft warn that the investigation could harm innovation, the CMA argues that effective competition is essential. It's a battle of the giants, and we'll have to see how this investigation plays out. In other tech news, Apple has considered buying Microsoft's search engine Bing to challenge Google's search dominance. Unsealed court testimony revealed that Apple earns billions from Google to set its search engine as the default on their devices. But it seems Apple is looking for ways to break free from their dependence on Google. It's like a game of chess between the tech giants, and we'll see if Apple can make a move that disrupts the search landscape. Now, let's take a break from the tech world and dive into history. Oak floorboards believed to be from William Shakespeare's time have been discovered in a guildhall in Norfolk, UK. These floorboards were found during refurbishment work and are said to have been the stage where Shakespeare himself performed. It's an incredible historical find that takes us back to the days of the Bard. Who knew we could uncover such treasures beneath layers of modern flooring? Speaking of uncovering treasures, a Singaporean robotics startup called Eureka Robotics is lending a helping hand to Japan's aging factory workers. Their automation software connects robotic arms, cameras, and sensors to handle delicate tasks. As Japan's population ages, the need for automation increases, and Eureka Robotics aims to capitalize on this opportunity. It's great to see technology stepping in to assist in areas where human resources are limited. Moving on to Google, they have launched their new Pixel 8 smartphones and smartwatch, packed with more AI features. The smartphones feature Google's latest mobile processor with enhanced AI capabilities, helping with photography, call blocking, and even measuring body temperature. It seems Google is doubling down on AI integration into their consumer gadgets. Will these new features be a game changer? Only time will tell. Now, let's talk about an interesting use of AI in Sudan. An anonymous TikTok account has been using AI to impersonate former Sudanese leader Omar al-Bashir. This account has received hundreds of thousands of views, showcasing the ability of AI tools to quickly distribute fake content through social media. It's a reminder that while AI can do amazing things, it can also be misused in ways that create confusion and uncertainty. Moving on to the media world, former Washington Post editor Marty Baron has warned newsrooms about the risks of using AI in news coverage. While AI can bring efficiencies, Baron cautions against the use of generative AI, which can create false narratives. He describes it as pulling fabrications out of thin air. It's a reminder that we need to be critical consumers of news and not blindly trust everything we see. Now, let's talk about the effects of climate change and how it's shaping people's choices. In Florida, an increasing number of residents are moving away from coastal areas due to the threat of hurricanes and rising sea levels. The city of Ocala, known for its low risk of coastal flooding and hurricanes, is becoming a popular destination. It offers a lower cost of living, less traffic, and a peaceful environment. It seems people are seeking safer alternatives as the effects of climate change worsen. Lastly, a global survey of CEOs has found that 2/3 of them expect workers to return to the office 5 days a week within the next 3 years. The balance of power is shifting away from employees, with some CEOs predicting potential staff cuts. On the technology front, AI remains a top investment priority for CEOs, although there are ethical challenges associated with its use. That's all the news we have for today. Now it's your turn, dear audience. What are your thoughts on these topics? Are you concerned about the dominance of Amazon and Microsoft in the cloud computing industry? Do you think Apple can challenge Google's search dominance? And what about the historical discovery of Shakespeare's stage? Let's hear your thoughts and questions. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.